to be explaining how to get better at Fortnite. I don't want to say any, I don't want to be wasting any time, so let's just get straight into the talking, the main base, the main part. So basically, you don't want to be playing any free-for-alls, nothing like that. No free-for-alls, no box fights, no zone wars, nothing like that. Because there's gonna be a lot. That's what all of the I don't want to say better players, but the good players would be playing. So what I recommend is training maps. I'll put a training map on the code. Or what? I'll put the code for my my favorite training map. And this one's super fun too, so here's the code for it. And I personally recommend this one because not only is it fun, it has a lot of different aim settings and just that you can practice building, editing, full piece. You can 1v1. It's good for 1v1s too. So I recommend this map. I also really recommend Battle Royale because it will pair people that have the same level of gameplay. So they're not going to be any better. They're not going to be any worse. They're perfect just for you. They're just like the same level of difficulty for you. I personally recommend about those two maps, Battle Royale and that training map that I put the code for earlier. And I also, if you want to have like fun, I personally really recommend roleplay maps. Not necessarily like when you think of roleplay, not like GTA 5 RP. That's a whole different thing. I'm talking about like I'm talking about just having fun. There's aim. So I personally recommend the map code that will be put up. That has to be my favorite. This has to be my favorite out of all roleplay maps, but my second favorite would probably have to be Prison Break, which is super fun. It improves your aiming, your shooting, just all of that stuff that you're gonna want to improve, and it's fun along with that. So I really recommend that to improve. Those are my maps. Now let's get into the actual gameplay. Okay, so gameplay. I personally really recommend playing solos because you don't have any people that can steal your kills, and it's just your practice. So all the loot is yours, and I just really like, I really prefer playing solos. I know I said that this was gameplay, but I had to make sure that I gave you that little tip. Yeah. Okay, so just to let you know, you're never going to be just aiming and standing still. I know I just did it, but that's just obviously for demonstration. But you always want to be aiming and moving, so you want to be strafing left and right, or forward, or backwards. I obviously wouldn't be doing it like backwards and forwards because you need to be able to be harder to miss. But if you're moving forward and backwards, it's easier to be shot at. Unless, of course, somebody to your right shooting at you and somebody in front of you is shooting at you and you're trying to shoot the person in front of you. But I really prefer doing that to prevent getting less shot at. Alright, so I'm in creative right now. And this is the next tip. No DD. Okay, so what you want to be doing is you're always gonna be moving. You're never going to be stopping. You're always gonna be building or editing. You're never gonna just be standing still. You want to always be, moving constantly so that it's harder to get shot at. So that's a really big one. That is going to help a lot. Next tip is I know this is very similar to the last one I said, but you're always going to be moving by building. You're always going to be building, okay? You're never going to stop building. It's called Fortnite for a reason. You always build. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a little drill to practice it. So the best way to start cranking 90s is do it slow. So you want to go stair, 1, wall, 2, 3, floor, and that's just one kind of cranking 90s. There is the full box 90, that's what I call it at least. So basically let me teach you a few more. I'm gonna go a bit faster. Stair, wall, box, stair. So now that we have this down, let me do it a bit faster. Kind of like this. Boom, 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 boom. That is a full box. So that would be a full box, and I know I just said that we're doing cranking 90s, but we've already kind of gone over that, so that was just how to box somebody. Okay, next up is editing. So a lot of people don't know how to do this, and I know this is probably the hardest type of editing, is the stair. Here, let me delete all this so that we can practice editing the stair. Okay, so the stair is a lot easier than people think. Well, at least new people think, because it's pretty hard. Like, it's confusing. Like, because if you press right here, like, it's hard. So I'm just gonna teach you what to do. So if you want to do a small stair, you're just gonna go whoop. If you want it to be like that, it's the same with there. Okay, now we could go like this. Here, if I could get it. There we go. If we go like here, if we go like this, we could go like that. So wherever these arrows point, that means that's where it's gonna go. So let's see if we could try to get it. That was a mess up. Let me retry that. There we go. There we go. Alright. So that's pretty much how to edit a stair. Let me move you on to some other things. Okay, so this is how to be doing the wall. Walls are super important, but they're pretty easy. So if you want to do a window, it's just the middle one, like that. And if you want to get good at, like, fast at editing, just practice this. Just practice. Boom, put it back. Boom, do it, put it back, do it, put it back. And this is how to do a arch. Okay, I wouldn't really call it an arch, but it's the best way to get through a wall. So I guess there's two ways. If you don't want to mess up as much, you're gonna be doing this. But the quicker way, instead of doing this or this, there is this way, where you get 1, 2, 3. Could do it the other side, 1, 2, 3, and then boom. Like this. Like that at the top corners. So if you want to like, ooh, hold on, let me, like that, then that is probably a good one. Now here's a more fancy one, and it takes a lot longer to do. It's not as easy to do. It's easy to learn. Hold on. Apparently, no, it's not. So you just want to get this 3 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, and then it'll be like an arch like that. Ooh, hold on. Let me try to get this. Ooh, okay. This is how to do like a more, kind of like this. It's basic. It's pretty easy. You just you just get these away. You just press all these. You can also do it like this to make it a bit higher. Just like that. Alright, so next is the cone, which is honestly pretty easy to do. Okay, so we have a cone right here. Basically, there is 4 ways, well, I think there's more than that. So there's one way. You could go like that. You could go like this. You could do that to all corners, all 4 corners. And you could get under it, by the way. So that means, yes, that means you can do this, and you could get under there. So that's probably the easiest to do if you want to get under. But let me teach you about the other ones. Okay, so the cone is probably the best. If you don't have a lot of materials and you want to box up, the cone is for you, because you could get under it. You get full protection. You get all like the walls, and you get the roof pretty much. So I think the cone is probably the most important if you don't have a lot of materials. Okay, so let me teach you about the other ones. If you want to do a stair-like cone, it's not even really a cone at that point, but you want to click these two, confirm it, and then you get and then like that. I haven't done this one that much, so I'm not the greatest at it. But that is how to do it, kind of like a stair. Okay, so I was studying all of the physics of the cone, and I realized that there's only one left. This one is pretty useless a lot of the time. So basically what you want to just do is, ooh, hold on. 1, 2, 3 in these corners. 1, 2, 3. Don't do that one, and then confirm it, and then you get this. This is good if you need to do something like this. Kind of like that. So you could do that kind of thing. But other than that, it's pretty useless. I think I said that the cone was the easiest to learn, but it by far has to be the floor. This is so easy. Okay, so let me teach you about the floor. The floor is very useless unless you're like cranking 90s, which also you don't really need to edit it if you're cranking 90s, but it's still good to know how to edit. Okay, so here's the least used and probably the most useless. It's kind of like a bridge. You just get rid of this one and this one, and you get a bridge-like cone. That wrong, but that's the next one we're gonna do. You just do these, and then you get that, which is honestly really easy. It's also, you can also just do this, boom, and you can also do this. Wait, I already showed you that. Oh, doink. You could do like that. You know? So honestly, this is pretty useless to edit, but it's still good to know. Okay, so that is all of editing. So let me bring you on to the next thing. So I've made this like firing range kind of thing. And this is aiming, I think you could tell. So honestly, there's not a lot about aiming, but there's one big tip that helps a lot. No diddy. So what you want to do is, a lot of people just whoop, 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 which is still good. Like, I'm still hitting my shots. But if you want to hit more shots, like somebody's moving, you want to make sure that little dot in the middle is where it needs to be. A lot of people just kind of see like that. But if I do it like this, sorry, I messed up. Terrible demonstration. But if I do it like this, again, terrible demonstration. I will hit more, not all, more of my shots. Okay, so here is a big, good trick to learn. I guess it's more of a tip to learn. But you don't want to take too long aiming at somebody. You want to go boom, 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 boom. I missed that somehow. Boom. You don't want to take a long time to aim at them. And you are going to miss more shots of that, but 50% of the time, the person is already gonna have sights on you. Okay, that's pretty much all you need to know for aiming. Let me move you on to the next thing. Okay, so I've created, I'm sure you've heard of this, the word peace before. So I'm gonna go teach you about peace. So I made this little peace tunnel here. So let me go through that with you right now. Just do this. Okay, that wasn't the greatest. I never said I'm the best person at piecing. Again, I am not like, if you put me in a 1v1 against like somebody that's been playing since like chapter 2, I'm not gonna win. I took a lot of Fortnite breaks. I would have been really good if I didn't. But, so I didn't really teach you how to do a piece. I just showed you what doing it is like. So let me just give you the steps to getting good at it. You basically really just want to practice editing, mostly stairs and walls, but just editing in general is good to learn if you want to do a piece. And I think once you've gotten editing, building, and shooting down, it's really good. A piece isn't the most useful thing, but it's still good to know. Pretty massive. You know what else is massive? Sorry, if you're a beginner to the game, you might not know that meme necessarily. And that is my beginner's guide to getting better at playing Fortnite. So, yeah.